Beat you to it.
Don't check the weather. Just go outside.
All right. Welcome. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus.
It's Friday, the best day for us to record. Hit the link to watch. Happy Friday. Don't forget, be a Future fan. Come on the show. We're filming it this week. Future fan Beam. You're going to talk about your favorite team in the NFL, predictions for the season, for that team, but for the whole league. Be a part of it. Hit us up in the DMs. However you want to get a hold of us. Let's go. And that's enough.
You know what? I had to move this up.
What?
Chat box. Yeah. So cool stuff you see beforehand.
All right. We live.
We are live.
All right, cool. Let's go.
Live and direct. All right,
Readjustment
ready? How it sound?
for the knees.
Sound
Yeah,
good?
good. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. We ain't going through the speaker, right?
Nope. It's off.
Excellente. You got a beer to crack? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bang, 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 bang. I hate that the live listeners can't hear that music right there.
Yeah, it's audition.
Yeah, so pro tip, lean the mic toward yourself.
I got it.
Fucking with you, man.
Jesus.
All right. Oh, excuse me. What's up and welcome to Around with the Boys podcast. On this show, we talk about life, sports, business, and all the cool shit in between. I'm your host, James Rackley, along with me, Damn. Did you hear that shit?
That was terrible.
Yeah. It's my co-host,
Johnny Dunleavy.
Mr. Johnny Dunleavy. So sit back, relax. Even the pros screw up. And let's get to the weekend.
Whoops.
I mean, I do it live every time, so, you know.
It is different every single time.
It's going to catch them off guard.
Welcome to episode 125 of Around the Boys podcast.
Yeah.
It's Friday. If you listen frequently, you know we love recording on Fridays.
Hell yeah. It's the
Something
best day to
different
record.
about the vibes. But either way, like, follow, subscribe, give us a 5-star rating.
Woo.
Watch us live. We're live on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook at the moment.
Yep.
What
What else can you do?
You can also call in. Jimmy, what is that phone number?
I believe that phone number is 910-726-3900.
That is 910-726-3900.
And look, if you're not calling live, you listen to it later, leave a voicemail. We'll put it on the air.
That's
Okay?
right.
That's what'll happen. And look, you don't like our takes on certain things? Let us know.
For real.
I mean, because this is all about us. It's Around with the Boys. Really, it means everybody. So
Yeah,
let your opinion be heard, because we'll definitely play it.
that's right. This week, weekly recaps. We are going to talk about the NFL preview thing, which we're doing basically over the next 2 weeks. We'll get to it.
Yep.
Pyramid schemes. I got a bone to pick.
Yeah.
And then how one song can basically change your life. Actually, that's going to be before pyramid schemes. Sorry.
One song.
One song.
Okay.
Hurricane season.
Thought that was over.
It's always sports.
Oh, yeah.
What's good, Jimmy? Yeah, so you said you got some listener feedback this week.
Yeah, I got some listener feedback. My week was pretty mundane, just same old stuff. Nothing crazy happened, but
Same.
actually I did. Well, no, I saw it. You know how like you see deer on the side of the road, but right there in Rocky Point,
yeah,
there was a doe. I mean, like right there where the Hardee's is, 15 buzzards eating that thing. This is a 35-mile-an-hour zone. I don't know why the city hadn't picked that up, but
that's gross.
that was weird. But anyway, week pretty mundane. What were you getting at? Oh, the feedback.
The feedback.
So the feedback is this. Listen, shout out to Pete at work. He tuned in last week. I wish he could have left a voicemail and talked about it, but he really Malice in the Palace. I need to watch that. Okay, I need to check that out.
Yeah, and like you need to. That was such a crazy thing. I couldn't imagine if social media was around back then.
Yeah, I know. To me, it was like, all right, dude, a fan was pissed out there, and he punched him in the face.
But, dude, what other time can you name where the athletes on the court and or field went into the stands and started beating ass? You can't.
Probably, I don't know, anywhere from 1970 before.
Yeah, but like a professional sporting event
like
that?
Ty Cobb did it. He went in there and beat a man with, like, no arms or something.
Ty Cobb, what was that? How long ago was that?
I mean,
did they even have video cameras? God.
No, there was a couple, but not live. But, I mean.
You know what I mean.
Listen, I get it.
You should definitely check it out.
I should check it out. And he also said, shout out to Pete, so, like, so we had the raisin theme last time. So the raisins came from Hardee's, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. So he's like, man, how about them ashtrays? You get them ashtrays they handed out? Totally did not know they handed those out because my family didn't smoke. And I was like, damn, I hear you.
Dude, I wonder what the ashtrays do to the selling price of those.
I don't know, but I do know this. Like,
I do know those things are whack, and I still laugh.
Dude.
What? Keep going. Keep talking.
No, what? Y'all talk shit about the raisins.
No, she thought it was hilarious, but her feedback this week was she kept laughing hysterically when you kept saying "isn't it," and I was making fun of your ass
because I do say "isn't it," like
isn't it, but he says "isn't it,"
yeah,
which is like a big British slang term.
Yeah, but I don't say it like that. I say "isn't it."
I know it was
like,
just
isn't
hilarious.
it about to happen?
I don't know why.
That's what we say down here. So shout out to Grassy 76 Studios.
It's Australia.
Happy
birthday.
Happy birthday. Appreciate the shout out. I hope you have the best birthday you've had yet. Also, shout out to M, wife of John, checking in.
She's in Florida right now with her mother, having a time.
John is a hater. He's a constant hater.
Dude, no.
But no. But another point Pete brought up, though, was, all right, so if you're in the ACC area, you remember this basketball.
Oh, yeah.
It had every mascot on the ball. And the air pressure in it, like, it was a couple scintillas away from exploding.
Was it blue? Was it a blue basketball?
No. Well, they had multiple versions because I know what you're talking about. No, there was a Hornets ball. The Hornets ball would bounce pretty serious too.
Yeah.
But the one I'm talking about was a regular basketball, but it had all the logos on there.
Yeah.
And dude, like, so in basketball, like, when the basketball's pumped up, if you hold the basketball out, like, even with your chest and you drop it, it's supposed to land where your elbow is. That's how you know if it's pumped.
Right.
All right. This thing, I mean, on a regular sized person, or actually, I don't know, either way. But anyway, this thing, you drop it, bounce over your head.
I'm telling you,
like
it had the most air. You see that thing in the gym, and you're like, nah, not touching it, not playing with it.
You screw up with the crossover,
hit the rim, get stuck in the roof.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Like, that's what Pete said. He's like, yo, man, you hit, how when you hit the rim sometimes and it bounces back real fast. That you're getting a bloody nose regardless. You didn't get, like, Bruce Lee couldn't get that ball,
and it was like a hard rubber too. It wasn't like soft to the hand. You know, it was.
Yeah.
God, I remember that ball.
You know what else was the shit? All right, so prior to that, shout out to _Kevin with 2 eyes. Hello to you, first time chat. No, what was cool was little Daniel down the street. So this downtown Dan, he's been on the show, lived down the street from me. He's like 4 years younger than me. And he had that little tyke skull. You can extend the height of it.
Yes.
Up to a certain, and you put water in the. So anyway, the coolest slam. This was when Space Jam, the original, not that clown shit now. The original came out, and I was doing what I thought in my mind was the coolest dunks of all time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Jumping off the skateboard ramp, doing 360s, and freaking slamming it.
Oh yeah.
Like.
No, yeah. We my older brother would drag it inside, and I was like 8, and he would play on his knees, and we'd play basketball in the living room. Mom hated that, but
Well, yeah, whatever. But
it was cold outside.
oh yeah, I forgot you're up there.
Yeah,
I mean,
up there
we're
in the chair.
24/7 out there.
No. But those things are fun, and you can yam on them.
Oh no, for sure. Like
Yeah.
that was awesome. And you know what? You know what game I do miss? Like thinking back, I was never a basketball player, but 21.
21 was good. You know
Yeah.
what I played a couple weeks ago in Charlotte?
What?
Knockout.
Oh,
Had a time. I was run it back. Run
Yeah,
it back.
yeah.
Run it. I mean, dude. And it was cool because we let my younger nephews shoot from like a little further than Ryan, or a little
Yeah,
closer than
yeah.
Ryan and I. But they all can hoop. So it was like competitive.
And that's the shit. Like
Yeah.
if you hadn't played knockout, it's you get in a long chain, and you're basically shooting a free throw.
Shoot a free throw.
And if you miss it and the other person makes it, you're
The person
out.
behind you can
Yeah.
then shoot. But the person behind you can't shoot. And either way, you're trying to score before the guy in front of you does.
Basketball camp, that was the shit. You got
Oh,
50 people in
man.
the line.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You think about that, dude.
Yeah, it was
that
crazy.
gets very
And
intense.
if you won that thing,
oh, dude, you couldn't. God, you're on top of the world, man.
Yeah. And then my brother was like, all right, we're going to play my version. I said, what's your version? And he dropped the goal down to 7.5 foot.
Yeah.
And, little kids would miss. And we would just throw it at the backboard, run, alley-oop it to ourselves. Bam!
Yeah.
Bashing it was awesome.
That was the shit. Also, a good like middle school, elementary school game was what was it, suicide wall ball or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
You're throwing the ball into the
Wall ball,
Yeah,
yep.
throwing the tennis ball into it, catching
And
it.
then if you got pegged, you had to go up on the wall. and
Yeah,
throw
no,
that
if
shit.
you didn't get to the wall in time, if you dropped it,
Yep.
somebody hits the wall, you're on it.
That was so fun.
Hell yeah, dude.
Damn, that was so fun.
And dude,
Holy
think about
smokes.
like, and that's what just, if you're into the trades out there, if you're young and you're about to get into business, think about the trades. I say that because these kids aren't playing that shit anymore, right?
No.
They're on computers doing that kind of stuff. But you know what would never, you will always have to shit. There will always be plumbing. You'll have to construct the house. There will be stuff that humans need to do that is service.
Yeah.
Those jobs aren't going away. Think about that.
You know what I'm thinking about?
All they're going to get is more money because nobody else knows how to do it.
What the hell do kids do on recess now? Like, what does recess
What do
look
they?
like?
They sit in a corner and text?
I don't know. I mean, probably. Back when I was at Mountain View Middle School, 6th grade,
What?
I get out on that. We had a tether ball.
Dude,
I've talked about this before on the pod.
Napoleon Dynamite.
And I gave motherfuckers hell with that on that tether-ball court.
Oh,
It's
shit.
facts.
Yeah.
It's facts. Or we'd play a huge game of football on the field and, like, straight-up tackle football at lunch.
Tackle football at lunch was the shit.
Yes.
And it was also, like, you can get messed up. And then, like, they would take the ball away, and then we'd be using, like, 2-liter bottles and, like, stuff like that. We would do
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know what korfball is, spelled Korf ball. I don't know what that means.
No, I
and,
don't know what korfball is.
I would love an explanation, Grasshopper, if you could shoot that our way.
Where are you from? We're from Wilmington, North Carolina, bud.
Yeah, Wilmington, North Carolina, in America, and he loves the American T-shirts.
Brooklyn Pizza.
Well, that's Brooklyn, and mine's just a classic Izod golf.
Classic eyes on. But yeah, good listener feedback. I don't know how we got on the topic of tether.
Oh, he's from Argentina. Hell yeah.
Oh, Argentina.
Well, we have your national treasure over here now, and it's fucking
And he
cool.
he certainly is a national treasure. And
Yeah.
he's the greatest. It's kind of wild to think about. He is the greatest ever
He's the greatest on earth.
in the world's biggest sport. He
Yeah.
is the number one GOAT when it comes to athletes. And that's why when he made his debut,
Yeah.
LeBron, everybody else was there to watch it.
because exactly.
He's your favorite athlete's favorite athlete. Simple as that.
Because like he is, in terms of the world sport, the number one athlete per capita of people who play the sport, watch the sport, all of it.
He's won every single thing you can ever
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
He's won it.
It's
and
amazing.
the World Cup captain.
Honestly, I want to see him before. Like I know I've said on the podcast before, like when Brady was playing and all, I was like, man, I want to see the GOAT. But this is the GOAT of GOATs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is like.
Like in the Italian, the mafia, they said the boss of bosses.
Yeah.
That's him.
No, this is it. He is the guy.
Yeah.
October 21st, we'll be there.
Where?
Charlotte.
You already bought? I bet it's sold out.
I have a box.
You promise I'll be there?
I'll take you.
I'll do what I got to do. I mean, we can talk about it off air.
Yeah, we will. Good to meet you too, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in from Argentina.
All right, so what we got?
All right, NFL preview episode. The big NFL episode is going to drop 2 weeks from tonight on September 1st. The first game of the NFL season is the following Thursday on the 7th. But what we're doing, we've said it before, we're having people come on and basically give us the spiel as to why their team is going to either do bad or good this year. We already have, I think, 5 or 6 lined up.
Yeah.
Raiders are covered. Eagles are covered. Packers are covered. Panthers are covered. Niners. Cowboys from us two.
Oh, I want somebody else to do the Cowboys.
Okay, someone else do the Cowboys. I will be doing the Niners.
Yeah.
Regardless, a couple other inquiries. But if you are a fan of a team that I didn't just mention, hit us in the DMs. We are going to record this at basically any night over the next 7 days. Whenever you're free, we will be free.
Yeah.
And then we're going to put it all together for that one episode. If you want to be on video, we can do that too. Either way, it'll be a 5 to 10 minute thing. Give us the lowdown, who your best fantasy players from the team are, whatever.
And honestly, if you don't, if you just want to make some picks or whatever, and you got 5 minutes, you want to shoot us a video or whatever.
Yeah,
we'll play that too.
That's the other thing. Yeah, it doesn't have to be about a team. You want something to say about the season? Like, let's have at it. I don't care if this episode is 3 hours long. I really don't.
Yeah, this is a like we say, feature fan episode. The reason we do the show is to meet people, grow the sphere, and be a part of it.
And Messi is the GOAT of the world sport, but there's no arguing that NFL is America's sport. So it's gonna be the big one. Korfball is a ball sport, similar to netball and basketball. Okay, while we're on the topic of sports, real quick, this netball that he is speaking of. In the chat?
Yeah, what is that?
Ridiculous. It's a basketball, basically a basketball goal with no backboard, but you can't defend. Dude, it's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
It might give me a headache, to be honest. You know why I say that? And this is no disrespect to korfball, but I'm a defender at heart. Like, that's what I did inside. Like, I'm a defender. So if I can't defend, I'm not playing.
Dude, it's just
I mean, I don't know, semi.
Yeah, but there's no dribbling. There's no dribbling. Look, just wait. And then once she gets in that circle, check it out. Oh, she's in the circle. Look.
Okay, that's not defend.
You can't.
Right, if you missed that,
you can't defend.
So this person literally just is in front of the net and just kind of throws it up and it falls in. No defense.
It's the most bizarre thing.
But I will say, like in soccer, though, growing up, when we weren't passing the ball well or weren't when you're not seeing the game well, they made us throw the ball and pass to each other to see the movement. They made us when you caught the ball, you had to stay still and everybody else had to move to get open.
Oh, like actually with your hands.
So, so you see the movement, like look, this is what we're trying to, it's the design anyway. But yeah, we call football soccer for sure, Kevin. Anyway, carry on.
Moving on. One song can change your life. And a man by the name of Oliver Anthony learned that this week.
Yes.
He put a song out called Rich Men North of Richmond, which is a folk tune that he plays on a steel banjo just by himself and has an insanely powerful voice.
He really does.
And the lyrics couldn't be more spot on. Basically about the government.
Yeah. And
I have some stats here. His video has been on YouTube for 9 days, and as of an hour ago, it had 21 million views. And he also has 9.5 million streams on Spotify.
Man.
In 9 days.
Smacked it.
He then performed at a local, I guess it looked to me like it would be like Biggers, a farmer's market that we have here.
Yeah. Where
it's like a bar, kind of outdoor area, whatever.
Yeah.
And that place had hundreds of people, shoulder to shoulder, packed out. And in the performance, he put a video up. He said, "Wow, this is pretty surprising considering I played here a month ago, and there's about 20 of you folks here."
Yeah.
Yep. And I mean, welcome to stardom.
Hey, just like that, man.
Just like that. I mean, not 3 weeks ago. This is just a regular guy nobody knew.
And dude, if you don't agree with that song, I don't really give a shit. I can just tell you what that is. What that shows me is that regardless of what side you're on, dude, the American dream is still alive.
Yeah.
Like, things can happen. Your life can change. You do one great thing, and your life is changed. Like he said 2 weeks ago, nobody knew his damn name.
Ain't nobody.
Nah.
Not everybody notices that.
Because guess what, dude? There's a lot of people.
Beard, son.
There's a lot of people that sound good out there. It's just when you hit the nail on the head, and when people really feel what you're saying, and that's why people are always like, "Oh, you," like especially now, like, "Oh, you like 50 Cent," but it's like, no, dude, he spoke to how people felt. Like, don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna do my thing. But just like he's saying, he's speaking to people.
Of course.
And like saying, hey, man, I feel this way. And everybody else can sing that song. It's just like, dude, the hell with these people in charge.
I mean, there's a difference between making a catchy tune that takes over TikTok and making a song like that that gets you streams from people that are 10 years old all the way up to 90 years old.
Exactly.
Because they feel it. They felt the emotion in it. The reaction, someone put up a montage video. It's like 5 minutes long on YouTube.
Yeah.
Or actually, it's the length of his song. And it just switches every 10 seconds to different reaction videos that people put up of themselves. And it's insane. Like, the people, all shapes, sizes, colors, backgrounds, you name it.
Yeah.
All felt that shit.
And to that point, so here's one for you. So that's what I'm saying about the feeling it gives you, right? 2 points. One of the greatest lines ever, I think, if you haven't seen the movie Walk the Line about Johnny Cash, you ought to. But he was like Johnny Cash, when I might have told this story before on here, but when Johnny Cash walked in there to try to get a record deal back in the 50s or late 40s, whatever it was, he was like singing all these little church songs and stuff. And the guy was like, man, the recording engineer, or the producer was like, nah, stop. It's cool. Appreciate you coming out. No thanks. And he's like, well, why? Does it not sound good? He's like, no, you sound fine, but you just sound like every other person who just walks in that door and sings a church song. Yeah. Cool. And then Johnny Cash was like, well, I got this, that, and the other. He's like, nah, I'm good. And then he's like, I guess he gets kind of mean with him. And then the actor in response is like, well, let me ask you something. He's like, if you got hit by a car and were lying out that street dying in the road, is that the last song you'd sing? And then he hits the song, and then he gets the deal and does all that. So now tie that into this. I'm at Gardner Webb, 18. That's where I went to play soccer. I was riding. There was this Finnish guy named Finu. He played golf at Gardner Webb. All right, saw the pictures online. Got a scholarship to America here. And you know what CD he had in his car? The first American CD he played. I jumped in, didn't even ask him. It was "Get Rich or Die Trying."
Yeah.
Didn't know what one word meant, but that feeling, that the tone that album put off, and that's what's so cool about music. That's why people enjoy it. Yeah, and that's why there's so many different tastes.
And it can be so simple too. I mean, back in the day when that album came out, when "Get Rich or Die Trying" came out, I mean, there is a beat on there that is as simple as a gun being cocked.
Yeah,
it's this beat, cock it and dump it, the drama,
and
but that, like,
that's
just
it.
Hearing that and feeling that, I mean, dude, that album would just bellow through the locker room before football games.
Sure.
I mean, you name it, because everyone felt it
because of the hunger or whatever. And in this guy's case, it's the animosity towards the establishment of, like, dude, the hell is this? So it really
figurative. It's not. I mean,
it hit the nose,
I'm not saying
nail in the
out
head,
the hood and all that shit.
No,
but it was just about being like, stick it to the man. I want to do what I want to do.
Stick it to the Mon disease. If you ever watched
Stick
Schoolhouse Rock. But good shit, man. I just think it's awesome. I love, like, we're obviously creative people. I just love when that stuff works, man. So shout out to you, and shout out to the next person who's gonna make it big, because it will continue to happen right here.
Yeah. And Kevin from Argentina, I see you in the chat. Oh, you mean, okay, when we get to sports, if you're still watching, when we get to sports, yes, I know who KDB is. And I hope his hamstring heals quickly. But anyway, yeah, Oliver Anthony, what a story. Welcome to stardom.
Good stuff.
My guy.
Yep.
All right. Pyramid schemes. I came across a video this week. I'm not going to name names. But basically, it was knocking regular 9-to-5s and how the business that she is in is not a 9-to-5 because you can go all the way to the top. There's no cap.
Oh, yeah.
And when I say no cap over the next 10 minutes, I do not mean that dumbass saying that all these young bloods are saying.
About lying.
I'm talking about no capping commission, okay? So basically, she said it's an upside down triangle.
What is a 9 to 5?
Yeah. But so I'll put it together. This girl sells wax bars. Scented.
What bars?
Scented wax bars. Called Scentsy.
What do you mean a wax?
I'll say the company.
What does a wax bar do?
You buy a warmer. I have one right there. You buy a warmer. There's a light bulb in that thing. It turns on. It warms that ceramic thing, and then it smells good.
Can you give me a beer?
And look, does it work? Sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a candle.
Yeah, but without the risk of house fires or whatever, what have you. It doesn't matter. Apparently, the scents are all natural and all this bullshit.
Nah, everything.
So, whatever. Do your thing. If you do a side thing like that, side gig, whatever, and claim it not to be multi-level marketing, even though the website of your company says it is a multi-level marketing, then...
What is multi-level marketing, John?
Okay, so you pay X amount to this company to get your starter pack of product. You then recruit friends, whatever, to sign on under. It's basically like referral codes.
Okay, so you pay the company to get on.
That's right.
So I'm getting hired by somebody that I got to pay.
Yes.
And then I hire other people.
You have to pay a monthly fee as well.
Oh, so there are dues with this company.
Correct. Correct. And then they give you a bunch of samples of product. You throw these parties. You get people to sign up. It's like the Mary Kay, right? Like you see the pink Cadillacs every now and again.
Do they get pink Cadillacs in this industry?
Hell no.
What do they get?
Who knows? But the whole thing is, if you get in early enough in one of these companies and you do recruit enough
suckers.
That's right. To join you.
Yeah.
You'll be okay. You will make some good money on the side.
Yeah.
That's all well and good. I don't need people out here bashing 9 to 5s. Oh, you're in an office. There's no cap on my job. Well, guess what? There ain't one on mine.
There ain't one on where I am either.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just like, don't be so sheltered. And by the way, when I visited the company's website to figure out how do you know what? I'm interested in starting and doing this. Right? I look at the compensation guide.
Yeah.
Okay. There's 10 ways to earn compensation. 9 of them are through the people that you sign up. So I don't want to hear no bullshit for 1 second talking about this ain't no damn pyramid. And then, and by the way, if you can be the CEO, like as you claim to say in your video, you let me know when you're going to take Dan Orchard's spot, who is the male CEO of the company that employs 90% females.
So he's a Mormon.
Hell if I know. I'm just saying.
I'm kidding. I'm no disrespect.
It's just like, to just kind of make a joke out of what regular people do. It's just no one's making, no one's poking the bear, but you're going to poke this bear. I'll be the one to step up and say what people have wanted to say for a long time.
Look, dog, she drank the Kool-Aid.
That's what I'm saying. You do you.
That's
I don't care, but like, and if you care to debate and come on this podcast, you are more than welcome.
No, I really would like to hear, because at the end of the day, I mean, speaking of mafia stuff, I mean, that's the same thing. You kick it up to the boss, like, you know, instead of like I go to my company, they like I sell a home, they get a portion of it, right? But I didn't pay them to go up in there to get my computer to do all this. I didn't. Whoa. Right. Yeah, you don't just pay the entry fee.
Yeah, and I mean, you sign people on, they then pay. You get a percentage of that. Who they sign on, you get a percentage trickle down, which, if you think about it, that starts to form a Christmas tree.
It sure as hell does.
Right.
And all they're doing is selling these wax candles or wax electronic candles.
Wax bars. Yeah.
How much are these?
They're fairly expensive. The packs are.
No shit.
And the funny part is, right? My mom gets donated a bunch of shit about 1.5 years ago.
Yeah.
One of them is a big cardboard box full, and I mean full, of that company wax bars, brand new.
But there's something to say about sales though. Like at the end of the day, that company sold her into to going, right? And then sold her.
And listen, she does well. She does.
No, that's great.
Well.
That's great.
Fine.
I don't give it. Look,
but
as they say, hey, I don't care how a man or woman makes a living. As long as you ain't hurting somebody, like that's fine. But my point is, like, I don't. You can go to your local craft market down here, and you can probably get one of these things.
Oh,
like $10. Like, you can make that shit yourself.
Yeah.
But, like, some people are gullible, dude.
I mean, yeah, it is. Or just go to, like, I don't know, Marshall's and get the knockoff joints for a quarter of the price.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
And then some people like to be a part. She probably feels like she's a part of something.
Yeah.
Doing it big, like.
An upside down triangle with no cap, by the way, is not a triangle. A triangle has 3 sides. It's enclosed. That would just be a V, for the record. Can't call something an upside down. In her little video, she references it's an upside down triangle.
I just don't see.
Just doesn't make any sense.
No, I just don't see, like, hey, man, join this, pay, kick the ladder up the stairs, recruit people. How the hell are you recruiting people? I guess unless you're, like, a part-timer, right? Is that the only way they're doing it?
Yeah, I mean, she's gotten to the point now where this is her full-time gig.
No, I'm saying the people signing up, like, that you recruit and, like, suck her in there.
Yeah, it's part-time. It's like they have a regular job and they do this as a side. It's a side hustle. It really isn't. Unless you got to put a lot of time and effort into this shit and convince a lot of jokers to join you. And there's people who sign up and they figure it out 6 months into it. They're like, God damn, and they're done with it. I get it. It is what it is. Everyone's got to try some avenue.
I guess.
But the article I read, this dude literally signs up for these jobs for 6 months to figure out.
That was cool.
Yeah.
And that's actually it's a sociology experiment. So hey, look, one of the coolest classes I took in college, I was a communications major, I get it, whatever. But one of the coolest classes that I was, like, part of mandatory was sociology. And, like, you saw all these different, like, this one dude, he's actually a professor of ours, but, like, he did for 2 years, he went to the same, and it's crazy people get grant money for this shit, but whatever. Like, went to the same fishing pier for, like, almost 2 years, and, like, and met these people, got a part of their community, all to study how humans interact. Right? Now think about that.
Why did he choose the
that was it was something different. Right?
Interesting.
Think about that, dude. And now you go into that culture. You go into this culture cuz, like, humans, it's just like in movies and stories and all that, there's only a handful of ways to tell a story, right? Regardless. And then each community is going to act differently, but it's still interesting, like, the little nuances that are in the community. And that's what I hear these things, and, like, you watch the all these cults and all that. It's the same thing. Something about it has replaced something in their life that jumps them all in, and that's why they drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
in terms of the cult and pyramid scheme shit, because we all know, like, I mean, I don't know.
I think everyone's educated enough now on the things to.
But yeah, right, dude. Because think about it, dude. No offense to anybody out there, but we learned from COVID, dude. Hey, we learned the mask didn't help. Everybody was wearing them things like it was damn,
Some of you still wearing them.
But that's the point, though. Even though they have the CDC, the people that were God on earth, literally said they didn't help at all.
Yeah.
And they still do it because they were so boom, they're gone forever.
Yeah. Write them off.
But it's wild, dude. Psychology, sociology is wild.
Yeah,
and I still say, Josh, if you're listening, dude, I want a psychologist on this show. I want to, like, talk about sports psychology, any kind of shit like that. So if you got a background in that, please hit us up, because that'd be fascinating to watch.
It is fascinating.
Or talk about.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of the psychology behind these things is very, very, very similar to, because everyone's always all about it. They're always so fired up.
That's what I keep saying. That's the saying. Drink the Kool-Aid. You drink it.
Sales. But to be fair, I have been to actual national sales meetings with, like, sales companies, and it is kind of like that.
Yeah, it's a rah-rah.
But everyone's more. People aren't like, right, yeah. It's like, we're in suits. We're not spraying confetti.
And they bought your plane ticket out there.
That's facts.
And they bought your hotel.
And they paid for everything.
You didn't pay them to be there.
That's right.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, they paid me.
Exactly. You pay them by your time. And that's what she.
I could go on for days about this, and I'm really biting my tongue about the entire thing. But
what? Well, fucking why?
It was just like I don't know what about. I don't know. It's just like it's so funny that you just think like that because you're just trying to get other people to think like that to join your shit to make you money.
Yeah,
that's the whole shtick of it. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I work for somebody at my job, but I get my cut, and I know what it's worth, and I'm gonna work hard as hard as I can, because the harder I work, the more I make.
Mm-hmm.
There is no cap. There's none of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not the only one. There's tons of us like that. And so to just jump, everyone, 9 to 5, like quit your 9 to 5 to sell this shit. Fuck out of here.
Hey. And the only reason we even brought it up, she just.
I'm just trying to stir the pot, man.
Yeah.
Completely honest with you, buddy. Yeah.
So
Anyway,
if you got a response to that take, aka Emily, she just said they sell other stuff too, and that's all well and good, but that's the point. Like you didn't pay your boss at the shop to be there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay. On to our next segment.
I thought the hurricane season was over.
Unfortunately, it's just begun.
Hell yeah, dude! Like a bunch of suckers, man. So like,
Dude, I'll be honest. We want to talk about this because of Mike's weather page.
Yes.
If you don't follow Mike's weather page, do it. The guy's the man. He's just this dude from Florida. He's a dad with a couple kids. One of his kids is special needs. One or two of them, actually. He's very big into donating to those organizations and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But he's self-taught meteorologist. And as of 2 years ago, was added to the government, the NOAA or NOAA or
NOAA,
whatever. Yeah. Which is the government weather site. And he's one of like 15 pages they have links to that is a trusted weather source.
Yeah.
And he is everything. Hurricanes is his thing. That's it.
It's cool because he was one of those guys that like obviously growing up I watched Twister, classic film.
Mm-hmm.
But he was one of those first guys out there doing the self by himself, going to the storm, like literally into the storm, filming the whole time.
Yep.
And then at the same time, he's going out for beers when he gets back home.
Quick
And he's
trivia.
like, what?
What did they call the machine in Twister?
Dorothy.
Okay.
What are you? Fuck. God. Don't even mess with me, dog.
You know what the worst part about that movie
What?
is? When that old lady's making those steaks at that farmhouse. They look disgusting. Anyway, Mike's weather page.
Yeah. But so my man, his symbol is a drunk donkey.
Yeah, it's called the Drunk Donkeys. Mike's weather page.
It's awesome.
And because he's just a regular guy.
That's it.
Tell him the post that he put up last week.
So listen, I'm a big storm, hurricane guy. Always have been. Love Twister. Like, shout out to Patrick. You probably never listen to this, but me and him always wanted to be storm chasers growing up because of Twister and all that. And this guy is literally doing one of our dreams, but with hurricanes. So we grew up in them, so we figured we didn't need to chase them. Yeah. So we would chase Twisters. Whatever. This cat is the man. So he has the drunk donkey and this and the other. And I'm just chilling at work like a couple Saturdays ago. And I just am scrolling through Facebook or wherever I follow this cat. And it was 2:15, 2:30 in the afternoon on Saturday. Anyone else day drinking? Question mark.
This guy's 1.3 million followers on Facebook.
Straight up. Like he could go to any bar and just have that place full capacity.
You know what he did? He rewound the clock. Is that what you said? About 15 years when you would just put Facebook statuses up like it was Twitter.
Nailed it.
Anybody day drinking.
Yeah, straight up, dude.
But that is him, man. And like he's getting ready. It's gonna be a busy week for him. And I mean, I hope you guys are all right. But everything's gonna be south.
Yeah.
Because there are like 3 or 4 systems right now between the Gulf and the Atlantic.
Yeah, and so here's what people got to realize: the hurricane season lasts technically to what, November 1st?
July 1st to November 1st.
Yeah. So now check this out.
Like that.
So this year has been a very hot summer. I mean, one of the hottest summers in a while. And you know what that water's doing out there? Staying warm.
So I have a article pulled up. It's the hottest. The ocean temps are the hottest they've been since 1979 this year, which is not ideal for where we live.
Nah. Well, no, especially when you get to October. Like,
yeah. So I just want to put this in people's heads. Trey was talking about it too. He's like, dude, I'm getting the generator out this weekend. Order some fuel stabilizer. Buy gas tanks. I have, I think, 6 5-gallon gas tanks, right?
Yeah.
And I will spend the money on $20 fuel stabilizer that is good for 6 months. And Not fill the tanks before, just on a random day. Because when the storm is about here, the 3 to 4 days leading up, you will not get it. Like, people freak out. And, I mean, for good reason, because it's crazy. But just be prepared. Be prepared.
Hey, you want a pro tip, though? What we discovered during Florence, if you freeze, you buy like a 24-pack of plastic water bottles.
Mm-hmm.
You freeze those stay frozen longer than ice packs.
Anything longer than it's incredible.
We had our meat and this was just a regular old fisherman cooler. We had chicken and steak in there for 4 days.
Yeah, on frozen water bottles.
I mean, I was shocked. It was hot as shit, but we were eating all right. But I didn't realize. I don't know if it's what about the components of it, but it's the best.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, I remember that shit. And then I got my power back and took the generator down to y'all.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Because y'all didn't get that shit back for another 5 days after that.
That's a fact. But all we're saying is, hey, man, you might want to, I'm not saying we're going to get one, but it's a stronger chance than you realize because it's been quiet. And like I said, the water is warm. And I don't know if you paid attention last summer during our show, but yeah, I won a hurricane bet. So
by less than a quarter of a mile, that was the most insane.
A win's a win, dude.
Yeah,
Buzzer beater or not.
No, that's a fact. Oh, yeah, so hurricane season's upon us. Just be prepared. Get your stuff right. Be ready. And worst comes to worst, just leave. Sports. NFL preseason. God, how terrible was that last week?
Yeah, but, dude, nobody ever watches preseason.
I understand. The Panthers are playing as we speak. They're playing the Giants. The Giants weren't supposed to start anybody. They did. Daniel Jones threw a touchdown. The Panthers are losing 7-0 at the end of the first quarter.
As I said, dude, the preseason to me is literally just, it's like, at night when you play the rainfall stuff on your so you can fall asleep.
Yeah.
That's what that does for me. I know it's coming.
It's just something on.
Yeah, well, but I know it's football. And I'm like, dude, it's that time of year.
Yeah.
It's on the way.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something right now. That sun coming up later in the morning is killing your boy.
No, I totally get
sleep hard.
We are 20 days away from the first kickoff of the first NFL game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what's even closer is college football.
Yes.
True. College football starts next week.
Thank God.
Next week's episode will be about college football for a little bit. I didn't want to get into it this week with all the stuff we had on.
No.
But I love college football. I think the Hokies, it's going to be a rebuilding year for us.
Y'all been rebuilding for a while, dog.
Well, we have a new coach. All right. We got Brent Pry up in there. It's just going to be – and I've talked about it with a couple of buddies of mine. We give this year, whatever. I think someone said I think we're going to be what do you say, 6-7, 6-12, or 6-6, something like that. 5 and 7, I think, which is about right. We're not going to be anything crazy. But next year, if we don't perform, then probably will be on the chopping block because it's just been terrible since Beamer left. But we'll save that for next week.
That's what I'm saying.
Premier League tomorrow. Tottenham versus Man United at 12:30. You have nothing to do tomorrow. Football's not on yet. Watch this match. It's going to be at Tottenham.
Yeah.
Yes. It's going to be at Tottenham. Tottenham is plus 185. United's plus 130. Over is 3. Obviously, Tottenham does not have Harry Kane anymore. Kane made his Bundesliga debut today with Bayern Munich. Assisted the first goal 4 minutes in. Scored in the 79th. They won 4-0. Congratulations, though. Bayern Munich has also won the championship 10 years in a row. So holler when you find the competition. Also, tomorrow at 3 p.m. is Manchester City versus Newcastle United. It will be a great match, too. So for those of you who currently, hear me talk about it and not watch, just watch it. You ain't got nothing else to watch tomorrow. It's exciting. It's fun. And if you haven't seen anything about Lionel Messi in the MLS, then get out from under the rock. Last thing, the golf. BMW Championship is currently going on right now.
Yep.
Max Homa is in the lead. He's 10 under. Kirk, 8 under. Fitzpatrick, 7 under. And then my guy, Brian Harmon, at 7 under as well.
Yeah.
Tied for third.
Good. He needs to keep his confidence up and his game into the Ryder Cup. So that's all that really matters right now.
That's facts. Real quick, live odds to win the entire thing. Homa plus 185. Rory plus 700. Still up there. I don't even know where. Well, he's 5. Huh? He's 5 under.
No, I mean he's within the hunt, but I don't.
Ricky Fowler up there at 5 under. A couple other names. Oh, JT Poston, the other guy we sponsor, is 3 under. Rory is 700, Scotty 750, Harmon plus 1100. So the odds, the bookies are saying Max Homa, but that's only because he has a 2-stroke lead going into tomorrow.
Well, and also if y'all do have any bets out there, any picks you wanna showcase to the audience, hit that up as well.
Yeah, hit it up.
You know what I mean? Because I might sprinkle on there. Honestly, that's why we're doing the whole feature fan episode.
Yep, that's right.
Time to learn.
For those of you who have reached out and do want to be on it, I will be contacting you this weekend to set up the interview times and whatnot.
Yep.
Other than that, hit us in the DM if you want to contribute to that. Shout out to our guy Kevin from Argentina, first-time listener. Our other guy Grasshopper from Australia, my wife Emily.
And to your lovely wife.
And next week college football. We're back. We're trying to get back on the weekly schedule here, so it feels great.
Hell yeah, it does.
We'll catch y'all next week. Don't drink and drive. Enjoy the weekend.
Peace.